And welcome today. Hello, everyone. You are watching Girls in Sports on the Score On Air Network, the new generation of sports talk. I am Sonya Thomas. I'm the host. And today, well, let me share a little bit about the show. I get to speak to different ladies in all walks of life about their affiliation with sports, whether they're athletic or they used to be, or someone in their family is. I get to share their stories with you all. So today I have Trinity Thomas here. She is my daughter, and this is the birthday special, and she's here because it's my birthday, and she's a dancer. And so I said, well, this would be fitting for you to come on today. So she's here, and we're going to talk to her about her life. Hopefully she won't say too much bad about me. And she's also an interpreter for the deaf. She's studying right now at Columbus State to be interpreter for the deaf, and that's very interesting to me. And first we'll start off with saying thank you for coming.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Okay, so what inspired you, first of all, to get into interpreting?
When I was younger, before my dad passed, he told me that he saw me learning a bunch of different languages and traveling the world and interpreting and things like that. So, I was thinking about it, and I'm like, oh, that seems pretty cool, being able to travel and see all different, countries and things like that, and knowing so many different languages. That would be awesome. So I was trying to figure out what spoken language I wanted to, study. But then I learned about a few of my family members dabbling a little bit in interpreting and sign language, and I was like, well, let me try this. Also, I thought it was going to be easy. So I was
there you have it, folks, the truth. And you're right here.
So I was like, okay, let me try these. Let me do this. This will be easy. And I'll get to travel and do all types of stuff.
And then, because
I remember
I was thinking more along the lines of nursing, because you did such a great job. I mean, you have that great bedside manner, because you did a great job for your grandma. With my mom, she had dementia, and Trinity and her cousin Jeremiah, they were wonderful caregivers. Excellent. Gave her shots and stuff like that. And with me, she was excellent, because when I broke my ankle several years back, she was helping me out a great deal and that sort of thing. But she just has that natural, caring, great bedside manner. So I was like, wow, you'll be great. You're back. But of course, as usual, folks, who listens to their mom? And so she has her own brain, and she thought about that. So now you wish you had to get nursing school, don't you?
I don't know. The reason why I didn't do nursing is because everyone, and I mean every single person except for my dad, every person I spoke to was like, you're going to be a nurse. I just know you're going to be a nurse. You would be so awesome as a nurse. And I was just like, I don't know, somehow that made me not want to be a nurse, because everybody was like, do it, you'll be an awesome nurse. And then I didn't want to do a math or science major, because I don't care for math. Right. You know what I mean? Science is cool. Science is pretty cool. But and then, I know people in the nursing field, and it's intense. The schooling portion of it, it's intense. So still, I've been considering now lately doing nursing, but I still really don't know, because it's just really intense. So really, the hours are crazy as far as when you're actually in the field. The hours are intense. You know what I mean? There's so many things there's just so many things to consider. So I still don't know. Maybe like a STNA or an aide or something like that I might do, but a nurse or that's, I don't know. We'll see.
But you're still working on your interpretation skills.
Definitely.
Because I think, from what I saw, from what I see, it is a very intense field to get in. So whoever may out there be thinking about doing that, we're just letting you know it is very intense, and it's way different than what you're thinking. It's going to be. It's almost like you're in nursing school, or you're trying to study to be a doctor or a lawyer. So just take that into great consideration. And then with this pandemic, so tell us how it is with the pandemic.
So with the pandemic, it's really 50-50. It's hard. It's not ideal, but it's also slightly beneficial because things are like this, and it may be like this for a while. We get a head start in being able to figure out how to interpret and stuff via Zoom or over the internet and things like that. So that's the positive part of it. We get to have experience interpreting through the internet, through Zoom and things like that, rather than being physically in person. And it's completely different than being in person. On the other hand, though, of course, nobody wants it to be like this forever. And of course, hopefully it won't be like this forever. So then we're missing out on the aspect of the social interaction with the deaf community and the immersion that we need in order to develop the skills that we need to communicate with them and things like that we don't have access to. Everything is so limited. Even if they do have events within the community, it's online, so it's still different. You know what I mean? We don't have that in person.
Yeah, because I remember I were taking you to quite a few places, and it was great. I mean, with the interaction and the hands-on, is quite major in this industry, in your field. You gotta be out there practicing.
Yeah.
Your field, your craft. And so I remember I take you to quite a few places, and we attended a deaf church and everything, and I think that helped you tremendously to get that actual experience in the community.
Yeah, if it wasn't for all of that, I wouldn't even be where I am now. Of course, which is not where I want to be, but if I didn't have all that immersion and experience face to face with the deaf community, I don't know where my skills would be. You know what I mean? I probably wouldn't be doing the program, because if you're going to be an interpreter, if you're going to go through the IEP program, even if you're not going to go through a program, you have to immerse yourself in the community. There's absolutely no way. There's no way that you're going to succeed if you're not talking to deaf people, if you're not, going to events, speaking to, or just different things. You have to be able to really communicate with them, some type of interaction.
It's the more you do, the better you get at it, and that's real life experience when you're out there, because they have different it's like they have different signs for different communities, or they have a different language, like in the speaking world.
Yeah.
Every social beings have their own different language, kind of
different culture. It varies from culture to communities.
And so you get to experience all the different cultures and how they talk and everything like that. Adam, what you doing? Adam, we're not on. Oh, and so okay, but these are a couple of photos of us, me and you, and the one prior to that, well, of course, that's you. And so, we'll look at a few more a little later on, but the one, and I'm going to have Adam bring those two back up a little later, of you dancing. I mean, of you, doing something as far as dancing goes. But those were a couple shots, and we have a few more for you guys as well. And so, anyway, that is a major. Even in my school, it's a very hands-on school, and you have to be able to practice and practice and practice, because if you don't do it, editing or filming or whatever you're doing, you're going to kind of forget.
If you don't use it, you'll lose it.
Yeah, pretty much. And so you have to keep yourself busy doing different things. So, during this pandemic and everything, I know you don't like it, but because we had to go online for a period of time, and it was really kind of crazy for us because of course they're going to shut down. This was last year, of course, in March, and it was a little scary, because we were going, what? Because we have to film and do stuff, and we're going, how are we going to do that? So, and I think it was a learning curve for everybody because nobody knew what to do and how this was all going to work out.
Definitely.
And somehow, miraculously, it did. Everybody just kind of put their heads together, and I'm sure that the instructors and the teachers from all over the world were putting their heads together trying to figure out how are we going to do this?
Right.
Because this is unprecedented. It's never happened before.
Right.
So it's different, and I think everybody just kind of adjusted as well as we possibly could. So, the pandemic did do. And we'll talk a little bit more about that, because we'll be taking a break in a couple of minutes here. But it was definitely a learning curve for everybody. I didn't think I was going to make it because I was going, what am I going to do? How am I going to make it through this? What am I going to do with cameras? What am I going to do? But we did it. We figured it out, and we did what we had to do. It was a lot of adjusting, but we made it through. So once this is over, we'll all be more brilliant.
Right.
We'll be twice as brilliant as we were before.
Right.
But we will come back in a few minutes, guys. We're going to take a small little break, and you are watching Girls in Sports on the Score on Air Network. Excuse me, tongue getting tied. That's it. I forgot whatever it was.
We're going on commercial. Thank you for watching the Score on Air Network.
New Generation Sport Talk. That's because my tongue got tied. We'll be right back. Stay tuned, folks.
You've always dreamed about a career in sports broadcasting, but aren't sure where to begin? Well, if so, then look no further than the Sports Emphasis program at the Ohio Media School. Whether in front of the camera, on the microphone, or behind the scenes, you'll learn from a pro to be a pro in the Sports Emphasis program at the Ohio Media School. You'll get hands-on training and live in-the-field experience at some of Ohio's biggest sporting events. You'll be the star of your very own webcast, and you'll get the opportunity to interview some of Ohio's biggest athletes. Call us today at 614-655-5250 or visit our website at beonair.com.
Do you have design ideas for t-shirts but you're not sure where to go? Go to Mojo Sports Gear. That's right, Mojo Sports Gear. At Mojo Sports Gear, you can get custom-made shirts. Whatever design you need, Mojo Sports Gear can provide it. Don't forget to grab a custom-made cap on your way out and rock the best headgear in the game. Give them a call at 614-864-6656. That's 614-864-6656.
In sports, you want to have a player that can get the job done right every time. A real all-star, somebody that's dependable and you can turn to when the game is tough. That player in the audio-video industry is the theater. From setting up your home's Wi-Fi network and offices, conference rooms, to setting up home theater inside or outside, to setting up the systems to make your home run smarter and safer as well. The theater people can do it all with the quality of professionalism you can expect every single time. That isn't just a great all-around player, that is an all-star. That is why we are the leaders in audiovisual installation in Central Ohio. So call us at 614-604-6327 or check out our website at ttpcolumbus.com to figure out which products will fit you. And don't forget, amplify your personality with the theater.
Hey, and welcome back to Girls in Sports on the Score on Air Network, the New Generation Sports Talk. And we're talking to Trinity Thomas, dancer and interpreter for the deaf community. Well, she's studying right now at Columbus State to be interpreter for the dance community. And we appreciate, what did I say?
Dance.
No, the deaf community. Thank you, Trinity, for that correction. Definitely want that correction. And I'm just honored and tickled pink that she's sitting in here with me. So if you had a choice to go, we were talking about the pandemic and how it affected everyone in her schooling and everything, since it's such a hands-on field, and it's not really real good. But I think that they're adjusting pretty good. You think your class and everything?
I mean, as much as you
possible.
can. Yeah, you got to make the best of it. You got to, you know what I mean, not be like, oh, this is like the worst thing ever, every single day. You know what I mean? You just kind of have to deal with it. Of course, there are struggles still and all that, but you just got to make the best of it and do what you can with what you can.
Yeah, there you have it, because we're all doing that. Mm-hmm. So, and as far as your dancing goes, she's a dancer. Her brother and I started off dancing. We had a dance ministry called Dance Like David. Trinity was smaller, and Trinity just has a natural ability, you know, to dance very beautifully. Just beautiful. So I had her in a couple of dance, and that was actually at one of our functions, our events that we have called Sonya's Tribute Day, that we tribute to cancer caregivers everywhere. We have an event every year because we have an organization, a 501c3 called Sonya's Cancer Caregiver Center, and we support caregivers, not the patients. We support caregivers that take care of their loved ones fighting that battle of cancer. Sonya's Cancer Caregiver Center. And so Trinity has actually danced on several of our events. And so she's just lovely, along with some major talent, you know, that comes and sings.
Big wigs in the dance community.
And singers, artists, and we have dinner. And it's just a real celebration, just letting the caregivers know that I personally take you seriously, and I appreciate you. You know, everything that you do for somebody, because it is a selfless act that you guys do, and it's worth mentioning, and it's worth me having a organization to support you, because and you're talking to somebody that's both a caregiver and has been a patient, you know, cancer patient. So I kind of see both sides, and what I saw with the caregivers, that the people, my loved ones that were surrounding me and my friends, was totally amazing. You know, even in my tear-stained eyes and all my darkness that surrounded me during that time, I still could see what they were going through. And they were just, everybody was just, it was unprecedented. Who knew? You know, I didn't know, they didn't know. So they just don't know really what to do, how to act, how to feel, what should we do. But everybody fell into place with what they could do. And I appreciate it, even if you just brought me over some dishwashing liquid. Thank you. So caregivers do a very selfless act, and they do need to be recognized, and they do need to be thanked, and they need to know that they are truly appreciated. And that's what we do. And Trinity is actually a member. She is on the board of it, and we all get together and figure out what can we do to help and how are we going to help. And so she started out dancing. When was she about 7 or 8 or 10 or something, and
I was younger than that.
She was just marvelous, just beautiful, just a beautiful dancer. I had her in a couple of dance companies. She danced with a couple of dance companies. One lady called Shelly Stewart, and she had a dance company called Judah, and they would put on productions. Wonderful productions, and Trinity got to be in several of hers. And so I, of course, and I'm not the type of mom that says that you're good, you know, when you're really not. You know, I'm not that type, you know, to say, okay, yeah, I think you're great, girl. Mm-hmm. Go ahead, you know, do that. If you need to practice more or something like that, then we might need to practice a little more. But she just had a natural ability. Her and her brother both did, like, better than me. You know, they were both gifted dancers, and it's just a wonderful thing to see. But so ever since that music video that we did, because in my school, the Ohio Media School, which we are in right now, during the pandemic, we had to shoot a music video, which of course everybody's like, how are we going to do that? What are we going to do? We don't have any cameras. I used my phone, and we was at 4 different locations.
And it was a whack phone too. It was like an iPhone 4 or something. It was whack.
It was crazy. So I had to use my phone. Everybody did. I mean, because we didn't have cameras available because the school was shut down, so you couldn't come and get a camera. So everybody said, "Okay, well, we'll just use our phone." So went to 4 different locations. Trinity had to keep repeating that dance over and over and over. And at one point, we were at up here at the main library, and Trinity was dancing all beautifully. And we had this real beautiful song that Lauren Daigle made, "Rescue." That's what it was called, "Rescue." And there's some fighting and the police and everything going on in the background.
Oh,
remember?
yeah. Mm-hmm.
And Trinity was just like, la, 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 la. And the cops and everybody, they're fighting and carrying on. I said, carry on, keep going, let's keep going. So ever since that, she has not danced since then, because it was just a lot. But I do have a music video to show that she actually does dance. And, I have video of her anyway. I just didn't load anything down.
And it's still not my best dance because I haven't, even before that, I hadn't danced for a while for multiple reasons. So to
her, you are your worst critic, and it was just a lot because we just kept doing it over and over and over. Ugh. It's crazy, but we finally got it done. So, how are you with the dance scene now?
Not active in the dance scene. Because of, just health issues, It's a lot for me right now to do that. And then with my schedule, it's not conducive to my schedule. I just have a lot going on, so I don't really have time to sit down and do the stretches and the workouts that you have to do prior to that, and then figure out the entire routines. Because I'm not a choreographer at all. I am not. It is very hard for me to choreograph. So it takes me a while to choreograph things. Most of the time I'll end up just freestyling because I can't. I don't know. I'm just not great with choreography. But yeah, I'm not as active. I want to be, but there's just so many things that are, what I mean, especially with, of course, COVID being the main thing.
Oh, that's right. I always forget about that. Yes, that's because a lot of places are closed, and then, you don't.
And then when you dance and stuff like that, you sweat and things like that. And then I often do praise dance or like liturgical and things like that. Often people want to hug you and stuff like that afterwards. First of all, COVID, so I don't really want to hug anyone, period, but especially not with sweat running down my back and things like that. So, of course, I still do love dance. I do, but it's just hard to do right now.
It is. It's just, your schedule is very hectic, and you work, and you're trying to go to school, and you're studying, and you're freaking out. because it's a lot. The rich, we're worried about our finances, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I can see that because she's got an invitation from one of her cousins to do something on Easter, but I don't think it's going to happen. And because it's just dancing, it does take time and energy, and you have to come up with a routine, and it takes a lot out of you. So
a lot. Dancing is a lifestyle. If you're going to be dancing, you have to have a specific lifestyle. You can't just, there's certain type of dancing that you can do that doesn't require all of that, like certain types of dancing, but I think once you train for dancing, have certain training and things like that, you have a certain expectation. And so there's certain things that you have to do. like eat right, you know what I mean? Not be sitting down majority of your life, you know what I mean? Because I'm often sitting down in class because the class is online, and then I'm sitting down at work because I'm a receptionist. So, you know what I mean? I have to be a lot more active. I have to eat right. It takes time to choreograph things. And if you're a dancer, you're most likely you're a perfectionist. So if it's not perfect, you're not going to like it. You know what I mean? It's a lot. It's not easy.
So we'll continue our conversation with Trinity Thomas. We're going to go to a little break, folks, but we will be right back. This is Girls in Sports on the Score On Air Network, the new generation sports talk. We'll be right back. And welcome back to Girls in Sports on the Score On Air Network. And we have been speaking with Trinity Thomas, dancer and interpreter for the deaf community. She's studying that right now as we speak at Columbus State. So, well, I'm glad that you kind of found, you know, your niche, sort of, you know, in life, which I'm sure you'll do other things, you know, because that's what you do. You know, just like me, you know, you reinvent yourself, do other things. Mm-hmm. But that's an awesome way to start off, you know, even though I'm still a little disappointed because you didn't take my advice. But no, that's perfectly fine. I'm glad you guys used your own minds, you know, just like your brother did, you know, and he's, you know, an attorney now. I don't know. I don't even think I really gave him any suggestions like, hey, I think you need to be, you know, he did his own little thing. I think he started off thinking about being an accountant. It was like, you have too much of personality.
Yeah. Way too much.
To be an accountant. You don't know what you're talking about, you know. So, yeah, we are going to sway you, you know, somewhere else. But, even though nothing is wrong with that, he just has a huge personality.
Yeah, that wouldn't fit him. He wouldn't be happy in that field.
Mm-hmm. So,
I don't think so.
So he switched over, but we have, like I said, this is the birthday. This is the birthday special because this is my birthday, and
it's her birthday,
right? And I always dread my birthday. Actually, you know, I just want it to kind of be over, but this is the birthday special, so I get to have my daughter on with me, and I get to introduce you guys to some of the things that we do and how we live. And so Adam is going to put up a few photos, and we will talk about whatever he decides to put up. And here we go. Oh. Now this is a photo of Trinity. We were at a bar called South Bend, mm-hmm. and the gay community hosts this for us every year.
The drag show.
Yes, it's a drag show, and they host this for us every year, and we love it, and we have so much fun. And Trinity actually did this dance there, and I think we have a shot which we'll probably see there. Yeah, there we go. I was actually singing the song that she was dancing to.
My hair wasn't the best. Don't mind that.
Don't mind her hair. So yeah, because we have to have fundraisers and things to fund our organization, and this is one that we wait for every year. And of course we didn't get to do it last year, and I don't know about this year either. And so yeah, it was at South Bend. The gay community hosted it for us every year, and it's such a blast. And that's where we are. And this was a photo shoot. This is some of the team members. That's Miss Betsy in the pink, and of course Trinity and me, of the team members of, we call it SCCC for short, for Sonya's Cancer Caregiver Center. Yeah, and we were just having fun that day and having a photo shoot. A couple of the other team members couldn't be there. Like my son is like the board advisor, so he's never there. And then a couple other people, Miss Christine, who's the treasurer, she don't even like taking pictures, so she's probably glad she couldn't be there that day. So yeah, this is us.
And Nate wasn't on the board at that time.
Yeah, and we have a gentleman, a young gentleman named Nate, Satterfield, and he is younger guy. He's on the board too, but he couldn't. He hadn't joined yet, so he wasn't there. Yeah, this is just us, and that's my son.
That's my brother right there. That's my brother.
That's her brother. He is an attorney.
He's an attorney. He's an artist. He's a professor. He wears multiple hats.
He wears multiple hats. He's a professor at Otterbein, and he has his own firm called Thomas and Ingram.
Thomas Ingram Law.
Thomas Ingram Law, right here in Columbus. And that's Stefan. And then he also has a stage name, which I'm sure I put a couple photos. Yeah, that's T.Wong. That's his stage name, which his real name is Stefan T.Wong Edward Thomas.
He might not want that out there.
And so, he's good with that because he explains it to everybody. And this is, one of his promos from function or event he was performing at
the Mac Music Festival. He performed.
But in the photo prior to the Mac one, it was at the oh my God,
I can't remember, but I did love that.
It was at it's got the words up there, and they have it on the Short North every year during Halloween. I forget what it's called, but he was there and he was performing. Oh no, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. He was performing there. But there's another photo with him performing somewhere. But I can't remember the event that the Short North host every year during Halloween.
I didn't know they did.
Because you were there.
Was it?
We went. It was outside and everything, and everybody had on their costumes. Remember, we took a couple pictures with a couple drag queens, and you were there. It was outside. I know because we've been to so many.
Yeah, I don't know
events. It's huge. It's not a small event.
Maybe if I knew the name of it, I would be like, oh yeah.
It's a huge event that they host every year. I just forgot it. Okay. And I just forgot about the name of it. I had to do a little readjusting. Hollow. I don't know, but it's used in, the people that, everybody in Columbus knows about it, and probably, all over Dayton, Cleveland, all them, they know, well, I just forgot what it's called, but we were there, and he's a dad now. He's got a little baby that's six months old now. Yep, Nyla is her name.
Wait, no, not quite. Not quite. Almost 6 months in a few days.
Yep, should be 6 months. So, during the pandemic, it's just not easy to go over there and see her because, we have to get tested every time we go.
Yeah, we have to take precautions just to make sure.
Exactly.
She's safe.
And you would want to do that. And so it's just really different because at first I had a hard time dealing with that I couldn't see my grandbaby. The first one ever, which I didn't even think I was going to be alive to see one. And I had a hard time coming to the realization that it is what it is. And you just have to calm down and you'll be able to see the baby, and this is not going to last forever. But it was just so odd to me that
that's my beau. That's my beau. That's her green. That's really her first grandbaby. That's my son. That's just Snow. That's my beau.
That's just Snow.
That's her first grandbaby for real. For real.
He loves Trinity because Trinity smothers him so much.
I do. I suffocate him with love. Like I can't believe that he still likes me because I'd be like.
Well, we're dog people. We love dogs, so we don't live without one. And so, and Snow is gentle, and He's friendly.
He's friendly.
When nobody's coming to the door or riding their bicycle by us, by the car. We're driving for some reason.
He's a little territorial, I guess, or protective. I'm not sure which one. Maybe it's both.
Not because he's not real bad being territorial or anything, because we can take him everywhere. And not worry about him being vicious and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
That's marvelous.
Yeah.
But, if somebody's on a motorcycle or on a bike, he
doesn't like loud noises. It freaks him out.
He has a few little issues with that. We still don't figure out. With somebody on a bike, that bothers you?
Yeah, he hates motorcycle revs, and people are like,
well, this is kind of loud and, kind of annoying. But that's our baby, our true baby, and he adores Trinity. He's never really around me that much unless Trinity brings him up.
That's my boo.
Or I go down here and see him. So that is part of our family, and this is like I'm introducing you guys to us, because I rarely get to do this because, first of all, she's never on my show, and then
because I'm busy, not because I don't want to be. Just clarify that.
Well, yeah, you're busy, and then I have other guests that I am talking to them about them. So of course I'm not gonna bring all that kind of stuff. Like, hey, let me show a picture of my family.
Right. That's a little weird.
That's very odd. So this is very cool to me that I actually get to do this. Like, introduce everybody to you and to my family and what we do outside of you just seeing me talking to my guest about sports, which is wonderful. I love it.
Yeah.
I love the ladies that I have got to speak to. Their stories are amazing,
yes,
and they continue to amaze me every time I talk to them. As a matter of fact, I have Tiffany Logan coming next week, and she is a boxer. She gave me her title, and I have it. I'm just not going to mess it up right now. And we have footage of her, and my mind's blown.
I'm excited for that show.
I am very, very.
I'm excited for all the shows, but I've been waiting for Tiffany.
Yeah, I've been waiting, because it's a wonderful. She's got a story that is truly amazing. Her whole story. So y'all gotta be nice to her.
Be friendly.
Yeah,
gotta be friendly.
She's gonna be a little nervous, but hopefully I'll be able to calm her down. But you'll remember next week, it's Tiffany Logan here on the
Girls in
17th, Girls in Sports. That's right, on the Squirrel on Air Network. A boxer, you'll love it. You'll love her story and everything. So, with that being said, I rarely get to say anything about me, and nor do I want to, and about anything that has to do with me or my family. Like I said, nor do I really want to, but this is a time that I can, so I am. And so I think we have a photo of whatever Adam decides to put up. We have a few more photos for you guys, whatever he deems is right, and we'll talk about it and see what he's got in place for us. Oh, this is just a happy picture of me and Trinity.
That was the day of the photo shoot, and we just took some selfies.
And was that a selfie?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay. Of course, this is Trina.
That's a picture I took. I had to take that picture.
Sure, but the younger folks always be sitting around taking pictures. It's just so.
Yeah, I just took that picture because I don't often dress up and stuff like that. I'm usually just kind of chilling. Gotcha. I looked pretty nice that day, so I decided to take a couple pictures. Nothing.
Let's see what else Adam's got for us.
Nothing else.
Okay. Well, I think we have a little footage of Jon Snow. I think there's a little, maybe 30-second footage of Jon Snow. Let's see if here we go.
There's my bows when he was a little baby.
And this is one of the.
That's one of the first videos No, that's not one. That is in like one of the first 10 videos you did.
Well, yeah, and this is
Here.
what one of the assignments that we had to work on, and we, when during the pandemic.
Pepperoni. They need to give us a sponsoring contract.
And that sounds Snow when he was little.
Yeah,
he was
that's when he was a
smaller.
little baby. He's so cute. Look at him. Look at him.
There they go. Oh, see, there we go. The color came in.
And that was when he was really a baby. He was walking weird and everything.
Real kind of floppy. So, yep. That was it. That is Jon Snow.
That is my boat. My boat.
So we introduced you guys to, of course, Jon Snow more than anybody. It's Jon Snow. So we appreciate you being here with us and hanging out today and getting to know me a little better, and just little pieces of my life, nothing anything major, but just to share with you, what else I do outside of interviewing and working and hustling and
right,
that sort of thing. So I'm glad that I got to share that with you. That was amazing to me because, like I said, I rarely ever, well, never do I really get to introduce anybody to me or maybe
The personal side of
somebody
Sonya
in my
Thomas.
family. Exactly. So I do say a few things, when I'm talking to the ladies, I get to say a few things, but not anything major because they are my guest and
Right,
I am
about them.
featuring them and I want to feature them. And so we are talking heavily about what they are doing and what they're going to do and what they have done in their past. So this is just the birthday special, everybody. This is the
things a little differently, just a little
yeah,
bit.
just a little differently. But we did get to tell them a little bit about you and your path and where, you think you might go. I honestly hope that you really do a great job in the interpreting field because you work so hard. To not really do anything, and it's an amazing and needed
It is. It is.
area.
It is.
And they
It's just
appreciate it.
difficult. Yeah,
You
I
know-
think I might. It, it's difficult because, like I said, we were deprived of the access that we needed to that community.
The socialization of it all. Yeah, I guess that would
Skills just aren't. So I should be graduating soon, and I could, of course, go straight into interpreting, but not prepared. I think I just need to take some more time and, you know what I mean, just immerse myself in the community and feel comfortable enough.
Because they're opening up a little bit, slightly. So I don't know, by the time you graduate, a couple months prior to that, you still might be able to filtrate, a bit. But we're going to come back. We're going to take a short little break, folks. We appreciate you being here. This is Girls in Sports on the Score on Air Network, the new generation sports talk. And we'll be right back. And welcome back, everybody, to Girls in Sports on the Score on Air Network. We've been speaking with Trinity Thomas, dancer and interpreter for the deaf. And she's been sharing, her stories and, about the interpreting community and her dance. And I shared with you, of course, bits and just a little bit of my life. The major part I wanted to share was the Sonya's Cancer Caregiver Center. That's huge to me. That is my passion. I love caregivers. And so that is the major point that I wanted to share with you guys. So if there's caregivers out there and you think you're all alone, you are not. There is an actual organization that does support you besides the patient, because I had, I'm a cancer survivor, and we do have avenues for different things, not everything, but they have support. It is there. I could probably go to the YMCA right now, 13 years later, and I could be swimming or whatever, aerobics, in the water and that sort of thing, because they have support for you, because it is a huge life changer, you know, for you and your body and everything. So that's how I ended up getting into having a trainer and all that, because I had to
program your body.
I had to reprogram my body because it was still trash, and even to this day, there's still things on my body that's still weird. You know, like my fingers are numb and my toes are numb, and you know, that sort of thing. And that's 13 years later. So yes, I had to do something
For the caregivers.
to recognize the caregivers and to get my body, you know, back together. So we love you and we appreciate you. It's Sonya's Cancer Caregiver Center, 501c3. You know, you can check me out on our website and
Facebook, Instagram,
Twitter. And so, yep, you have all these avenues. And hopefully we'll be getting back into the community, you know, because right now it was really very risky, you know, to do anything. So hopefully we'll be getting back together and seeing you all. But I do have another show called Caregivers Rock, and I do talk to you, you know, and I have you on that show. And I've had caregivers on this show. That's actual caregivers that are athletes or, you know, whatever we were talking about. They were literally caregivers as well. So that's amazing. So, you know, I treated them very well. But I love and enjoy all my guests. But right now, this is the lightning round. And this is where we just, you know, I just ask, you know, a bunch of questions, like fast, you know. But I mean, you know, of course, you can say whatever you want to say. It's not like that. But it's just a bunch of random questions that I like to ask my guests just to see what they're going to say. And so since she cheated,
a little bit. I don't even remember.
and she's looking at my questions, cheater, we're going to just do them out of order. Okay. Did your mom, which was me, sing to you when you were small? And do you remember?
I feel like he probably did if there's a question on there.
Absolutely.
But I don't recall.
Because you're, what, 2 or 3?
Right.
But plus, you know, sang all the time, you know.
Yeah.
So you probably didn't want to hear me sing it anyway. But, okay, so this is a loaded question. What's your favorite movie? And it doesn't have to be one. It can be several. What's one of your favorite movies?
Off the top, the first movie that comes is Tarzan. The actual movie with the people, not the cartoon.
Right.
But remember we had the DVD, Tarzan?
That guy, yeah.
That was really good. That was a really good movie.
And he was very handsome.
He was very handsome.
That's supposed to be my, you know, future husband right there. But yeah, that was a good movie. Okay. Oh yeah, we already know you have a pet. So I don't know if you're into cars that much. So what kind of car would you like?
The only car I've ever, I don't know, before it was a Rolls Royce, but those are ugly.
Oh my God.
So
she
I don't
doesn't know that much about
Tesla,
cars,
maybe,
guys.
or an
Forgive her for that.
Nothing. I know absolutely nothing about cars.
Because the Rolls Royces, you know.
I know they're expensive. I know those are high-end cars, but I mean, I know I ain't going to the lot tomorrow and get one. But
okay, well we'll settle for a Rolls Royce
or an Audi or a Tesla or something. I don't know.
Okay, so she don't know because I don't know that much about cars either. I like them though. You know, some of them I really like more than others.
They're definitely convenient.
You gotta have one. You know, that's for sure. So, do you prefer dresses or pants, or both?
I don't know. That's actually a hard one because I do like dressing up.
Dresses or pants, or do you like both?
I know. I like dressing up, but I like both. I would go with both. I would do both.
Yeah, because I do too. I think I wear more dresses than pants though, but in here it doesn't seem like it. You know, it doesn't seem like I always have my pants because, you know, we're working doing stuff. But I I prefer dresses. You know, just me. I prefer dresses more than pants.
I think I would prefer pants. I like dresses. I just am a lot more comfortable in pants than dresses. So I would go with pants.
Yeah, I like dresses better. Okay, so if you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be?
I don't know. Where would you live?
Somewhere warm. You know, not excruciatingly hot, but usually places that are warm are excruciatingly hot too. But yeah, maybe I don't know, maybe Paris.
I want to say I know it would be another country, but I don't know which country because they're all so different and unique. So they all have their pros and their cons.
Yeah, and you definitely want to know the language,
right?
And not know what you're talking about. And okay,
Canada seems cool.
Canada, yeah, he's silly. He's silly. So what do you do to relax? Don't say
Sleep.
Oh, that's right.
That's what I do. I sleep.
She
to
can
relax.
sleep like a baby. You remember how they always say you sleep like a baby? She can sleep.
Of course, I'm not gonna say that on
She
the
can
air.
Thank you. She can sleep like a baby. Let's just put it like that. Okay, she sleeps. I watch movies to relax, or I walk.
Yeah, walking is nice. It used to be movies, but I feel like I've watched everything on like Netflix and Hulu, so there's nothing else to watch except for things that come out in theaters, but you can't do that right now. I think you can go into theaters now, but I don't really want to. So yeah, I do like movies. Movies is a nice relaxing thing. Movies are awesome.
Yeah, I like to watch movies to relax, and then like I said, or I walk. You know, I try to walk. So and that's Randall out there. And so, do you have a favorite actor or actress? You may not.
No, I think Jason Momoa is cute though.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I would say that. I would definitely say that for sure. And I like Denzel Washington, of course.
Oh
you
yeah.
know,
Okay,
and,
so then maybe. Okay. Samuel L. Jackson, Denzel Washington, and the one I cannot remember his name. He plays in so many movies, but he's hilarious. He plays in Six Underground. He's the billionaire, and he plays in Deadpool. Deadpool 2. I can't remember his name, but he is. I love him.
And he played Reynolds, Ryan
Reynolds. Yes.
Yes.
I love him.
Yes.
I do love him.
Absolutely. Okay. Good one. Okay. So, and this. I know this answer to this question. Are you a morning person?
I can be, but not really. I'm not really any type of person.
You just wake up because you have to.
Right, yeah. I don't really care for morning or night because, I don't want to wake up early and do stuff, but I also ain't trying to be out at 11, 12, 10 o'clock. I'm not a big partier. I'm a very in the house.
So this is a dream for every parent. This is a dream right here. You don't want to go out. That was one thing I was like, great. She don't want to go to the party and all that. That was perfect. So yeah, that's a dream.
And that's
right
also
there.
because I can't really hang. I got a good 2 hours at the most outside of my home, and then I'm drained. Like I'm done. I'm pretty done. So. Yeah.
Okay, and then no, I know you haven't.
Having what? Yes, I have.
Broken a bone. You haven't, right?
I don't think so.
I don't think you have.
Right.
So, would you ever jump out of an airplane?
No, absolutely not.
With the parachute?
Absolutely not.
Trinity.
That's not fun to me. That is not my idea of fun. Now, people do what they do.
Right.
That ain't for me, boo. Not for me.
What about bungee jumping?
Nope. Anything that
makes you
hit
the ground flat like that?
Right.
Maybe no. But bungee jumping would be really, really scary to me more than jumping out of an airplane. Because even though something, possibly something go wrong, parachute or whatever, but the bungee jumping thing is just like rubber bands or something. Mm-hmm. And that's just, that's a little scary, even though people do it, but I would jump out of an airplane first before I bungee jump. Then that's crazy.
I think they're both equally
as
dangerous and
and then I would probably throw up everywhere too.
I definitely would. I absolutely would.
Because I have a problem riding the rides at the local fair.
Okay. So what happened to me was you and Dad went to the fair one year, and I don't know if you remember this year, but it was the last year I ever rode a ride ever in my entire life. We went to the fair and we all rode one ride. There was this one, me and you rode the fireball or something. Remember, and it was like, it went up and turned and went all type of ways. And then we got on something else that was like an Egyptian queen type of canoe, and it went whoosh, whoosh.
Really?
Yes. And I don't know what made us think that was a good idea. And we did it back to back. And after the second ride, I was like nauseous and I couldn't stand. And I like ran to the car and laid down because it was too much. And I've been terrified to ride ever since because the feeling I had in my stomach was horrible. And I didn't throw up though. But
that was amazing because I remember we went at some point. And I called because when I was younger, we rode. You know, when my sisters and stuff, we got on the rides and we rode. But oh my God, I thought I was gonna literally pass out when I got off the ride. So I don't really ride the real swing around and all that.
Yeah, roller coasters and stuff I don't do. I'll do like go-karts or something like that. But I'm not riding rides that require you going excessive heights. You know what I mean? Or anything
down
like that.
80 miles an hour.
Or spinning around 5 times. I'm not doing all that.
Oh my Lord, that's a lot. So, okay, you probably wouldn't do that.
What wouldn't I do?
Drive to California by yourself.
Probably not by myself. Well, if I had snow, maybe.
You might.
Cause Snow have a nice time. There would be so many places for him to run around and stuff like that. I probably, if I had Snow by myself, completely no. That's like a 3-day drive.
I don't think I would either because I just wouldn't want to drive by myself.
Yeah, just by myself. If someone was with me,
Lord, because that's a lot, and you get like hypnotized on the road.
Yeah.
When you're driving that long.
And then from here to California, that's like a 2-day drive.
I'm not sure. I think it might be 2 or 3.
2 or 3 days, yeah.
Yeah. So no.
Right.
That's a no for me. Would you ever? Oh, you haven't got that.
What haven't I?
A speeding ticket.
Yes, I have.
When?
I did.
That's right. I know you did. Do you make your bed every day?
No, I don't. I don't do that.
I do.
She does, and she used to make a big deal out of it. Now that I'm older, she's like, okay, whatever. But do you, bruh? But she used to be like, make your bed. She used to be like, why? I'm going to get right back in it. Like, I don't understand.
I can't even get back in it if it's not made up. You know?
That's why I don't like making it back. I don't like making it up because I get directly back in my bed right after I make it up. Like if I can be in my bed, the only time I'm not in my bed is if I'm not at home. Like so.
Right.
And even when I'm in class, sometimes I'm in most of the time I'm sitting at my desk, but even then you can still be in your bed and stuff like that. So usually if I'm at home, I'm in my bed.
Well, see, because if I'm online in class, I'm sitting on my chair, you know, and stuff, because I will be like
dying.
But and plus it's just not the same when you're online because you can't hear good. You know, it's just not the same. That's why I kind of have to like come to class. It's really something if I'm not in class. It's a reason when I'm not sitting in class. So, but hey, we appreciate you all today for hanging out with us. This is Trinity Thomas. She came out on the birthday special. And this is Girls in Sports. We will see you next time. We have Tiffany Logan, a boxer, coming in. And again, this is On the Score on Air Network. And it's the, I always freak out at the end. It's the
New Generation Sports Talk.
Say it again.
New Generation Sports Talk.
So we'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.